Conversation with myself like this better work. That's why I get peace of myself almost every verse. I spent my whole life grinding, I ain't asked for help. I used to starve as a kid, I had to feed myself. Remember all the hard times we kept trying, and we rise and we fall. The times we had to walk, now we stay flying. Now we grind till we ball.
What's good? It's your boy West Side, and you're now tuned in to another episode of Artist to Artist podcast at the AV Club. And I got a special guest with me today.
Hey, it's the North Miami Monster, DJ Lucky C. Hey now.
Let's go. All right. And usually I like to ask the first question, which is, where does music start for you? So, like, who would you give credit to putting music into your life?
I always give credit to my older sister. We're 9 years apart. So, like, when I was coming up, she was already, like, in high school. So a lot of things that she was experiencing the first time in the 90s, I was, like, trying to soak all that up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, all the R&B, all the hip-hop, everything that was, like, coming out in the 90s. I was, like, want to say I had, like, a first-class seat to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm, like, sitting there, like, oh, okay, that's that, and that's this person, and that's, you know what I'm saying? So that was the first person. I always give her credit for that.
I don't know. That's big. I kind of understand because I grew up primarily with older cousins. So I had one of my cousins, Mike, he was like in middle school, high school around that time, and then another cousin middle school. And so I got a lot of experience from different kind of regions of music.
Yeah.
So I had one cousin, he loved Atlanta music. So I was in the T.I., Ludacris, this, that, and the third. Another cousin, he was in the Biggie, Tupac, you know, that whole run, Mobb Deep, Big Pun. Right. I got put on a Big Pun through him.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and then I had my brother, DMX, Nas, other cousin, you know, Lauryn Hill.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like real diverse. So when I got older to listen to music, my music was diverse.
Definitely.
It was like, okay, where could I find music at? And like grabbing it from different, you know, places and regions.
Yeah, I wanted to say that we are a musical family because it's the same experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of older cousins, like even the younger cousins. We all just tap into different kinds of music, and then we all just bring it back. Like, oh, man, have you heard this? Are you tapped into this? I mean, it's just a shared experience. Like, I feel like how certain families share, like, recipes, like my family, we share music, or that's how we communicate.
That's your love language in a sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because one thing about sharing music, you got to be receptive of the people that's giving the music, right?
Yeah.
And times have changed, right? The quality of music ain't 100% the same as what it used to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So before, where you could be like, all right, yeah, play it, let me hear it. To now, it's like, like, do I want to, you know what I'm saying? Is this something I want to subject myself to? So, like, how would you say that is for you now that, you know, the quality of music has changed? Some people, they're not taking the time like they did back then to create music.
Right. I still try to give everybody a chance. I mean, it's a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? In everyday life, you know what I'm saying? Outside of just being a DJ, there's a personal life that happens, you know what I'm saying? So I still try to give people a listen, and if there's space for feedback, I try to share it. If they take it, they take it. If they don't, hey, it's nothing I could do, but I'll at least give it a listen, you know what I'm saying? But I can tell from at least the first 30 seconds, a minute, yeah, that's not it. Or this one could go, you know what I'm saying? Or it has potential, you know what I'm saying? Or it's just different ways. But sometimes you can hear from that first note, it's like, ooh, that's not it. You know what I'm saying? But then they could be like, man, this the one. And it's like, man, you might want to go back and do it. But if you don't, hey, that's cool. This is just my opinion. So
no, that's big. I say that's important. Being an artist is to be able to take criticism and know what to do with it too.
I think that's the hard part right now. Because I feel like it's easy to critique, but then it's hard to really take that critique and actually apply it, like you were just alluding to. But how can they really do it? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes they have their own vision. They got a plan that they want to do, but it might not align with what somebody else's plan is. So I feel like when you can find that synergy with people, if y'all can match on some kind of level, then that's where true magic can really come from.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think it's important, honestly, because music is collaboration. Even the essence of it in the very beginning. You got a producer, you got the artist. You get what I'm saying? The engineer. So he's bringing his sound, or the producer is bringing the beat, and then the artist is bringing the words, and then it's already a collaboration. But nowadays, because people are more so internet, it's a little bit different. you got a person that's in the house by themselves, never met the producer. He's his own engineer because he just recording it on his, computer or his phone, and all that magic is gone. It's just whatever he say, and then he's putting it out. He probably ain't even giving it to nobody.
He's not getting no feedback. I mean, but I feel like in most cases that solitude works. You know what I'm saying? It depends on your artistry. But I feel like in certain genres, you need that collaboration. You need somebody to say, well, maybe you should say this, or maybe, you know what I'm saying? But hip-hop is one of those funny genres because, you can't have a ghostwriter, you can't do that. And it's like, but sometimes, like I said, you need that collaboration. It's not so much somebody sat there and wrote your bars, but if somebody had a suggestion that you weren't thinking, like, it could actually make the song better.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're so afraid of that collaboration. Like, that doesn't take away from your artistry if you wrote the verses and this person came up with the hook, that's fine. Like, I don't see what the issue is. But people make it such, you can't have a ghostwriter, you can't do. Country artists do it
all the time.
R&B artists do. Every other genre of music does it except for hip hop. Where did this rule come from?
I wonder, where does the rules of hip hop come from? Because I feel like we are the most criticized genre out of all genres, right? So, like, for example, country music, they can make a song. I shot a man yesterday to see, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's okay. Like, nobody's looking at this guy any kind of way or like trying to look in his lyrics. Like, did he really shoot somebody yesterday? Like, or even in the aspect of the age, you're right. Like, we love to put age on music, and it's like, he's older now, so we're not listening to him. And in actuality, it's like, okay, so you're gonna listen to someone that's younger that probably isn't as developed as he is, or isn't able to create in the magnitude that he's able to create just based off of age.
I think where that comes from is like a mind game, because if we put it in the context, hip hop is only 53, 50 something years old, you know what I'm saying? In that time, we didn't have the space to see the greats live and grow on, you know what I'm saying? The Tupacs, the Biggies. So when we saw other people start to grow past that, it was like, well, we never saw that before. And when people don't see something that they never seen before, it becomes like, whoa, this is different. You know what I'm saying? The same thing like with Jay-Z. Now he's a hip-hop billionaire. We've never seen that before. It's unethical. How did he get this money? You know what I'm saying? It's like, instead of just saying, that's dope, we had somebody that started from here and made it here, it's easier to just say, nah, he ain't get it this way. Nah, his raps wasn't real. Why do we have to do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know why our genre does it, but I can see, because of the time span and how young our genre is, and you put it in the context of other genres, I can see why people do it. It doesn't make any sense, but you're tearing down greatness because of time when this genre is only 50-something years old. Like, that's not fair.
And it's done a lot in that short span of time, right? So it's led the movement for a lot of different cultures and countries. It's brought people together, has, made people enjoy each other's company in different fashions. And I feel like it doesn't make sense that we put so much on it for a skill set that is new. Yeah. Right? Even to say, like, now we getting more of the, he ain't necessarily living out his raps. Like, to me, that's a little bit crazy, right? Because if I make a song and it's talking about doing this, that, and the third, like, should I really have to do that for you to listen to it? You know what I'm saying?
That goes back to your previous point with the country people. You know what I'm saying? We put this unnecessary or unwritten rule that you have to live out these lyrics for it to be authentic and for us to
validate the music.
But it's like, you don't actually. Because if I were to rap about my real life and it's not about the sensationalism, would you still listen?
Yeah.
That's authentic. You know what I'm saying? I think there's certain things that people like to pick and choose. They like to move the goalposts when it comes to certain artists. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to bash all street music or whatever, trap music or drill music or whatever it's called now. It's like, you need that. You know what I'm saying? It's all a part of the ecosystem. But when it's like, when that's the barrier of entry, of that's what is how we're gauging the next great artist, and it's like we shutting off a lot of other people on this side. So it's like, as young as hip hop is, as diverse as it is, we're still like closed-minded in a lot of things. Like we've seen, like, look at the run Kendrick Lamar just had. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at the run Drake just had. You know what I'm saying? The 15 years of dominance, and it wasn't just street music, but he knew how to adapt and do certain things. It's like, why can't people be comfortable in a space to just do them? It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm a street dude, or I'm a this, I'm a that. It's just, no, I make music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we need to get to a space in our genre, in our culture, where it's like we can praise somebody for being authentic, even if they're not a street dude, even if they're not dealing drugs, even if they're not a killer or whatever. Like, authenticity should always matter no matter what.
Yeah, and as people, it's like, come on, are you really praising the guy that kills people?
Right.
No, you're not.
Like, what do we, you know what I'm saying?
Like, outside of a movie, like, Terminator or John Wick or something like that, you're not going to really sit there and be like, wow, he really
I like
taking
this
people
guy.
out.
Like, whoa. Like, this is what I don't understand. It's like, I always tell people, I look at hip-hop like WWE.
Yeah.
Everybody's a character. Everybody has a role to play. There's a story that needs to be told.
Mm.
The fans are starting to put too much emphasis on the part that's not real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where it gets a little tricky. It's like, I don't know if it's the real hip hop fans. It might be these outsiders just coming in, causing some extra disruptions, but that's the real problem. I mean, it's like, we don't have to be real in everything that we do. Like, let's just, this is my character, this is what I do, and then at the end of the day, I go home to my family. Like, and then the next day, I do what I got to do. Like,
I feel like part of it is the fact that, like, music isn't getting looked at, or rap music isn't getting looked at as, like, real art, right?
agreed.
I feel like, personally, consumers have taken that ideology out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rap song, and it means this, it embodies this, right? And either I'm partaking in it because it makes me feel something, or I don't take to it, right? Art is subjective.
Yes.
Art is, oh, that's a painting, or that, look at that movie, right? It doesn't have to be real. If Picasso painted a lady that was thrown off a building, doesn't mean that a lady was actually thrown off a building. That's just the art that he created at that moment, right? Kill Bill, when they having all them scenes, and you know what I'm saying? Like, all this crazy stuff is happening. I don't mean it actually happened. Do some movies are based off of some current events? Yes, not all of them, and even in those are loosely based. So that means they fabricate a couple of things in there in order to embellish, to bring out the movie even more.
To entertain.
Is all the bottom line of entertainment. And for some reason, rap music do not get that label.
I wanna put this in perspective for you. The reason why rap music isn't considered as an art anymore is because everybody feels like they can do it. For a singer, you got to know those notes. You got to know how to control your voice. Not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
With rap, cat, hat. I got a cat in the hat. And then the rap. And when people feel like they can just put these ABC bars together, oh, I just made a rap song.
Yeah.
They feel like, oh, if he can do it, I can do it too. And again, that's why I said the barrier entry is so low, that devalues the art. As opposed to if it's somebody drawing, somebody paying, not everybody can do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if this is a high level skill that it is, we need to get back to showing love to the people that's showing it at a high level. Because if we keep praising these ABC 1, 2, 3 raps, we're gonna keep getting these artists that are here for 6 months and then they disappear because they don't last. They don't have any artistry. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I like to look at it. If we value rap like we really do, we need to stop putting praise on the stuff that don't really matter. Like that's the lyricism, the complex bars, the different pockets that people get into, the rhyming schemes, like the different patterns that make a rap song, a hip hop song good. That's what we got to start championing again.
Yeah, I think it's important. I kind of feel like the culture don't necessarily dictate rap music.
No.
I feel like rap music is more so dictating the culture.
Depends. It depends. And maybe I'm looking at it from a veteran's aspect, but I feel like it could be big business controlling rap music. Could be the industry, labels, you know what I'm saying? It just depends, you know what I'm saying? Because there's always a run of independent artists coming through and disrupting the whole thing.
Yeah.
But more than likely, there's always an agenda. The labels aren't as powerful as they once were,
Mhm.
But yeah, they were, you know what I'm saying? I feel like at a long period of time, they were controlling, all right, this is what we gonna push a button on.
This one.
Yeah, we not finna, you know what I'm saying? And that really dictated the culture a little bit for a point in time.
No, I agree. Yeah, because I will say there are influence from the outside, and you could kind of tell. And the intriguing part about right now in music is the fact that now, like, kind of like what we were saying, are you living your music? So now it's not just the street stuff no more. Now it's starting to spill out into other things, right? And you're starting to see it be more about what this person got going on when they're not doing music. Right. And to the point now where sometimes it seems like the person life outside of music is what dictates the success in music.
Yeah.
Right. So we see, your different characters like your Blueface and, they got things going on outside, but they're able to use this to drive business, to be able to get opportunities.
It's a platform.
Yeah. So like, where do you see things going now? Because now that streaming is becoming more of a thing, it's starting to become more solidified in music, where now a lot of rappers, and there are some real good streamer rappers like a Wiz. I love the fact that Wiz is coming out of his shell a little bit more. I felt like he was more reserved in majority of his career. You only knew him when he's doing music, but you didn't really get to see him or hear him outside of it like that.
Right.
So for some, it's like, this is nice. We appreciate this. But some, it's like, all right, you probably shouldn't be doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Agreed.
you probably don't need this. But, what is your perception on that now streaming is becoming more of a thing in music?
I think as with anything, it's a good and a bad. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you. There are certain artists that you want to see, like, damn, how do they get in that creative pocket? Or, what do they do when they on their off time? Like, but then a lot of people, we don't need that much access into your life. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. I'm not trying to piss anybody off, or even if you are, whatever. But it's more so in this point in time, we've never had this much access into other people's lives.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when I see like current events happening and the way people in these comments with like facts, like, oh, I know he did, and I know she, and it's like, well, how do you know this? You know what I'm saying? It's like you done put pieces together from this story, and you follow the best friend, and you saw why?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Why are you so invested?
That's scary to me. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that it gets to a point where, it's controlled. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to say like a brand or a platform is controlling it, because then that becomes a whole nother issue. But it's more so like, I don't want to see like all these behind the scenes things with these people. Like, I feel like, for me at least, it's uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because who's really consuming this content?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what stereotypes are being repeated, perpetuated, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my biggest concern, because if people only, this is my favorite artist, I watch my favorite artist, this is all that they do, you don't really have a full sense of the bigger picture. Like, there's people that don't live like this. There are people that, you know what I'm saying? Or they don't understand, again, this is entertainment. This person is probably just putting on for the cameras. They just believe it to be true. And it's like you have like a closed-minded reality almost. So that, I feel like it could be a gift and a curse, a good and a bad. I just hope that it doesn't spiral out of control. You know what I'm saying? Because I already see it, like, it's
getting bad.
Yeah, it's getting bad.
It's getting
like,
bad.
I'm just thinking of certain examples, like, yeah, bro, it's not a good look overall for the genre, because, again, people are gonna look and say, well, all rappers do that.
Exactly.
And it's like, no, not all of them they do that, but then you're missing out on all of these people over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's starting to become like stereotypical, right?
Yeah.
So I would say in the years of music, I would say maybe 2019 to recent is where I see more people are engulfed in music in a way where it alters how they live their life.
Yes.
Right? So like if you say pandemic era, you say like that City Girl run, right? And you've seen a lot of women that probably was more reserved, and might have wait for the right guy to come to, well, how much you got? And now you're starting to see the trend of, and which I kind of feel like it kind of got engulfed in like, what do they call that? Feminism?
Yeah.
Right? So it's like women empowerment, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of took City Girl and women empowerment to be able to do whatever you want to do and no limitations, and that everything should be equal, and so on and so forth. And you kind of got like this new wave of like thinking, which now it creates a world where there's division, it seems, within, men and women in the culture. You get what I'm saying? And if you're a person that's on social media, even in the most recent one that just happened a couple of days ago, you starting to see this big line in between everybody on social media. And the actual bottom line is, it's nobody's business.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's not real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like the big issue really stems from, it's like a cycle when it comes to rap, social media, and how it's being consumed. Because we'll have a big topic that spills over from one social media platform to the next, and now it's a big topic. An artist is going to see that this is a trending topic. They're going to create a song about it. Now that they made a song about it, now it's again in the cycle because the people are talking about it on the algorithm. And that's what, again, keeps it going, because it's like, why are we still talking about this? Why, men and women shouldn't go 50-50. It's like, these are tired, old arguments. Do what works for you. Yeah. Like, that's all it boils down to. But it's like, on social media, it's like, you have to agree with me or you don't. And if you don't, I hate you. Yeah. And it's like, that's not reality. Like, you have your point of view, I have my point of view. We can either agree to disagree or not. That's it. But we're in this really toxic space that it's like, you have to like what I like. You have to agree with me. And if you don't, it's a big problem. Yeah, you're wrong in a sense. Yeah. There's no mutual or meeting in the middle or coming to understanding anymore. It's like, either on this side or you're not on this side. And you can't try to be on both sides because they're going to call you out on that. Yeah. It's like, but you specifically have to agree with me. And if you don't, now we have a big problem, because now I'm going to antagonize you and attack you because why aren't you on my side? It's like, where did this... I know where it came from. I don't want to get all political, you know what I'm saying? But that's really where, you know what I'm saying, we seen that divide start, and then it kind of trickled down into every other way of life. Yeah. It seems like it's emotionally driven, and a lot of people are connecting emotions to what they see through social media, right? So it's funny because we're in the era of podcasting, right? In which podcasting is conversation, right? People, you have an idea, I have an idea, we're talking, we're exchanging ideas, and this is for everyone to see, right? And they can consume it how they feel and take it for what it's worth. But like you said, it's very decisive at the same time. And it could be the fact that some podcasts, they are targeting certain people, right? And they're trying to trigger certain emotions in order to trigger the algorithm. Yes. Right? So they either trying to tell you something they know you're going to love or something they know you're going to hate. Because if you're on either side of the fence, it builds the algorithm and makes them go viral, right? And I feel like it needs to be more of understanding than anything, right? Because you could be right and I could be right at the same time. Yeah. Right? Or it could be in certain circumstances you may be right, and in certain circumstances I would be right. It's not a one size fit all. And that's why I feel like if you grew up only in this digital age, you don't know a life without that. So that's where people kind of get lost and confused. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Depending on, like, what they call them now, millennials and Gen Z and all that stuff. Like, before this whole social media craze, you remember having to sit down with somebody you didn't particularly agree with, and you had to hash it out. Yeah. And come to a resolution. It might have been, like, let's say you got into a fight at school. You sitting in the principal's office next to the person you just fought with, and y'all got to figure... And they might told you to shake hands. Shake hands. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all still probably got beef, but somewhere along the line, maybe, man, we ain't really had to fight. That could end up being your friend. Conflict resolution. We don't have that now. It's really just more like, if there's a conflict, it's like more gasoline gets poured on the fire. So it's like, I don't know why. And it's like you said, we need more understanding, but because people are reading or... not reading, because people are scrolling and it's going so fast, they're just instantly triggered. And once they're triggered, you can't talk them out of their emotions. And that's the problem in today's society. Yeah, I think a lot of people aren't learning that trait, right? And some people, social media has such a profound effect on people, they don't even realize they're not the same person that they were
prior to them being on it. And not to say that they wasn't on it before, but to the magnitude they might be on it right now, right? There's times where I go and I'm like, oh, I'm on social media too much. Like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling what it's doing to me. I'm realizing my thoughts are changing. I'm realizing my mood, or maybe how I'm processing things like it's a little different. And I'm like, oh, I might need to take a step back. Yeah. Like, some of the stuff that I'm receiving is actually doing something to me. And not everybody even have the withal to even understand that. They are just sitting there getting hit with different things. And then it's kind of like they downloaded a whole new system in their head and they just operating off of that. Not realizing that the things you've been consuming over the past couple of weeks has made you think this way, feel this way, do what you just did. Because before that, you wouldn't have done
Wasn't doing it.
You get what I'm saying?
And that's the scary part, especially like going down the rabbit hole. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when people be on like TikTok or YouTube
TikTok is
or,
a big
you know
rabbit
what I'm
hole.
saying? Like, it'll be something that might pique your interest. You're like, I never knew that. Then it's like, you'll watch this one video and then the next video. And then now your algorithm is all of this, whatever it is. Now you're just stuck in this realm of whatever. And it's like, that's the part of the algorithm I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, why can't I just, research this thing for a day or a couple hours and then just move on? Why is it now this is all of my interests? This is all that you're showing me. It's like you want me stuck here. Why? But then it's like, if it's some educational stuff, something about growth or self, betterment or whatever, you rarely find that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know why, but it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? They don't even try to hide it anymore, in my opinion.
So I'm going to give you my perception on why it's like that, and then you could give me yours, right?
Okay.
So I think the reason it's like that is because the system is created algorithm-based to keep you on it.
Yeah.
Right? So in the beginning, they normally ask you, so what are your interests? Right? And then, you might tell it this or whatever, and then now your algorithm is based off of what it knows about you. But as you keep going, it changes, right? And what it decides to latch onto,
that's the crazy part.
Is the worst thing possible. Like, you could see one post about, let's say, like a breakup, right? And, it could be just like, sometimes it's just better to let go. You're like, okay, yeah, no, I can understand that. Like, you're not thinking no harm of it. Now, your whole algorithm turns into breakup and how you should do this and that this, and it's very decisive. Everything is separating you from the other side. And so I think because the algorithm is so hell-bent on keeping you on all day, it's spoon-feeding you whatever. So if everybody's having breakups, let's say it's breakup season, everybody's getting that algorithm right now, right? And sometimes it seems like it's at a certain time of the day.
Definitely.
You could get on at a certain time of the day and it's like regular. You're like, oh, okay, cool. You be on there, you get off, and then you get on maybe later in the day when it's nighttime.
Boy.
Depressing. It's like, damn. Like, how did I get here? And you notice 45 minutes done passed. You're still on the algorithm. And so the algorithm is like, we did a good job.
Yeah.
He's usually averaging 10, 15 minutes when we give him regular stuff. But because it was, maybe this stuff or a rabbit hole or whatever, we did a good job. So we need to give him more of this. And so that's the whole process of it.
I agree with you. To add on, it's all revenue. The longer you stay on, the more ads you see, the more money.
Yeah.
So there's always I always like to add that in. That's always the bottom line for everything. And that's, again, the scary part, because at what expense, you know what I'm saying, are these companies willing to make or take for our mental health? You know what I'm saying? Because I know Meta was on, they had congressional hearings and they had to admit to all these things that they knew the algorithm, and it's like, but y'all knew, you know what I'm saying? And had Congress not stepped in, y'all would have kept going. And it's like, all of this to make revenue is kind of scary, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, where's the ethics? Where, you know what I'm saying? Why aren't there any ethics involved? You know what I mean? It's like, I find myself, especially when I'm not in a good mood, I find myself just aimlessly scrolling, and I know exactly it's doom scrolling. I know it.
A little dopamine hit.
Yeah, but it's like you become so programmed over time. It's like you really have to decompress and deprogram your body, however long that may take for certain people. But it's like, I agree with you, because you said earlier, like, sometimes you do got to take a step back. Sometimes you got to realize that, maybe this isn't best for me, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard for a lot of people because it's easier to just sit in whatever you're already in.
Yeah.
It's harder to try to climb out of it. So that's why you look at a lot of people and they just always mad and they just always sad and they always, oh man, the world, everybody's up. It's like it's easy for them to do that as opposed to just saying, maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I need to work on, me. Maybe I need to figure out, because once you do that, now it's, well, I can't be here anymore. Now I got to move to the next, you know what I'm saying? So I always, when I see people that's always negative, always, oh, this person is, and I can't believe this person. If you always blaming other people, I know who the real problem is.
Yeah, it's you.
I know it.
And sometimes social media give you what you need to keep doing that. And that's the sad part. There's some people like don't know, and then their algorithm is just feeding it to tell them keep going.
And it tricks them into believing that they're right.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the same thing with and I love ChatGPT. You know what I'm saying? But I also understand how that affirmative programming will trick you, because if you're telling it this, that, and the third, and it tells you back, hey, you're right.
Yeah.
Even if you correct it, it'll still tell you back, good job, you caught that. All that positive reaffirmations and all that stuff, that's cool. But if you never get somebody telling you, hey, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, you might want to double check that. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's real life.
There's no limitation. You're just gonna keep testing it. Yeah, you're just gonna keep saying, oh, I'm right. Yeah.
And I feel like that's where we are now, and that's what leads back to what we talking about social media. If everybody feels like they're right all the time and you can't be challenged, how are you willing to grow? How are you able to grow?
Yeah.
Like, I like to have dialogues and conversations with people. Like, I don't want to be right in every conversation. That's not fun for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be like, step away from a conversation like, damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, let me go do my own research and add, you know what I'm saying? So then now if I do come back, we could continue the conversation. I feel like that's the best kind of dialogue you could have with somebody, as opposed to, oh man, I don't care no more because this person said something you didn't agree with. And it's like, damn, bro, I just said your shirt is light. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not black. It's like, you know what I'm saying? If I was being technical and somebody like, man, I don't care. It's like, bro, we didn't have to do all that. We could have just found common ground if we would have just had this conversation. But people are so dead set on being right at any cost. They don't care what bridge they got burned, what relationship they're in. I have to be right. And that's scary.
And honestly. And it's two things I want to say. So like, when you were saying where's the barrier, there is no barrier.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that is because even if you look in other fashions like the food, right? They're coming out and saying, hey, this is in the food. We knew it was in the food, and this caused cancer.
Everything.
And it's been in the food, and you've been eating it, and we did not say nothing, and now we're letting you know.
But we'll change it now.
We'll change it now. But over the past 10, 15, however long you've been eating this, it's been in there.
To add on to it, we're only changing it because we got caught.
Yeah. Somebody found it. Somebody lawsuit. Oh man,
we're not changing it because we had to change it hard. And that's the scary part about big business in America. It's like everything is for the bottom line.
Yeah,
no matter what the cost.
And even in certain departments, like, okay, this department is here to protect, to do this, right? And it gets through that. And it lets you know that it's the bottom line. It's the money, right?
Yeah.
So if they got enough to sweeten the pocket, it's going to get through. So even in everything that you consume, you have to be mindful, right? Even like to the point of smart cars, right? I look at that and I'm like, I don't really want one. Why? Because I need more time to see what are the side effects of this.
Man.
Before I decide to get one.
Right.
Because I don't want 10 years down the road, they come out and say, yeah, it caused this, and it's because of this, that, and the third. And we kind of been new, but we didn't say nothing. But enough people caught it, and they got it, and now they suing us. So, hey, we letting y'all know.
I can see that happening. I never thought about that. I can definitely see that happening, though.
You know what I'm saying?
My biggest fear, especially with, I think it was a Cybertruck, like there's I think it's a feature where it doesn't unlock. Like, because there was a couple of like car accidents where they were trying to get the people out.
Oh, yeah. I think Gilbert Arenas' son, that happened to him. He couldn't get out. They had to break the window.
That is scary to me, bro. Yeah. And it's like, car accidents are already
a thing.
You know what I'm saying? I've been through a couple. They're not fun to deal with. But when you in that heat of the moment and you can't get out. They can't use the jaws of life to get you out. Who thought that was a great idea?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get the features. I like the charging aspect of it, but that's the only thing that kind of deters me away from those kind of things. Like, what's the real safety? I get that you keeping them safe inside, but what if there's
needed to get outside?
I need to get outside.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. We living in this world where it's like, I get that we all want to be convenient, but again, at what cost?
Yeah.
Like, what are we really giving up to get this convenience or to get this whatever these businesses are trying to sell us? What are we giving up as a society, as a country?
I'm a firm believer that too much of anything is a bad thing.
Definitely.
Right? So access could be a bad thing. You could know too much, right? You could see too much and it could break your reality because it's like, oh, all the stuff that was being hidden, I could see it now.
Yeah.
And that could, alter your thinking. It could hurt you. It could emotionally make you depressed because it's like, well, I can't change none of this. It's like, no, you can't. That could be difficult. And to touch base on the social media thing before we get off of it, like, I look at it like how it's structured now is what politics is, right?
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing about it back then was you didn't have to partake in politics, right? You didn't have to even say what you believe in politics.
It was rude to ask somebody.
It was rude, right?
Like,
you could be Democrat and not say nothing and be in a room full of Republicans having drinks, chilling, hanging out.
Everybody
it was no
had
problem,
a ball.
right? And everybody just chilled and hung out. And it's kind of like that ideal mindset is on social media now.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, politics is on social media. Of course, it's going to make its way there. But even in the other aspects now, right? Where you're talking about relationships or different things or music or, oh, you ain't messing with drill. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's either on this side or this side, either Republican or Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a this or that. Yeah. It's no longer a middle or where we are supposed to live because, we all around.
It's, like I said, it's easier for people to just be where they're comfortable at. So for example, if I grew up Republican, my parents, my whole family, this is all I know, it's easy to stay here, not understanding what the real history is. Even the same thing for Democrats. But like you said, with this information, this access that we have, now you can actually go and do your own research. That's the part that a lot of people don't want to take. Because then once you do your own research and come to your own conclusions of what you want to do as a person, now you can say, well, maybe I don't want to be this anymore. Maybe I can go over here and see what this is like. Maybe my ideals align more over here. And back then, you had the freedom to change. You could have been a proud Republican. That's what I was trying to say. And then switch over and be a Democrat or independent or whatever. But now it's like, once you're this, you can't be over here now. And it's like, you can't have a change of heart. You can't say, well, nah, even if it was 10, 20 years ago, people on social media are like, well, no, once you did this, you are branded like this for life.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Because in reality, you have to almost live a perfect life and always do whatever to appease these people that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And that's not reality. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to grow and evolve and make your decisions that are best for you. But because people are performing for an audience that is not real,
it's just scary.
They don't, again, want to take those extra steps to grow from wherever they are. So, I mean, all we can do is just want the best for ourselves, whoever is in our atmosphere. And that's all we could control. Outside of that, hey, man, if you want to stay here, stay there. You're not going to drag me down with you, though.
Yeah.
Like, I promise you that.
That's big. And I would love for everybody to start thinking for yourself. Live for yourself. Do the research. Get the information. If you want to get healthy and you want to lose weight, start doing that research. Learn what's in your food. Because once you know, you can't unknow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that will change you. So it's like if people just really took the time to try to understand the world, understand themselves more than anything, it's important to think for yourself, to not feel like you're obligated to do things to appease people you never met, never seen. They just so happen to be on your algorithm on social media and you're more so thinking of what you want to do with your life, because what are they gonna think?
I would love to do the research to figure out before social media, like what was the average amount of people that a human would interact with in their lifetime.
A lot. But back then,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because let's say back then, if you lived in a small town, you would only, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But now you could be talking to somebody in a whole nother country. You could be across the world. You know what I'm saying? We have, again, all this access to people, and that, again, it changes a lot of people's perspective for good, for the better and the worse.
I would say back then you was more so of where you grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would be like, if you from this area, you drank this, you eat this,
you called certain things. Yeah.
You go to certain churches because that's what you knew of, and so on and so forth. Even in politics in certain areas, y'all.
This is what it was.
We all like the same sport team. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So it's like now it's like, man, I could watch like soccer, football in England or wherever across the world.
Yeah.
I could watch whatever sport or whatever music event across the world. I don't have to just be here in wherever I am physically. And I feel like I would love to see what the difference is from back then, before social media, to now, and see if there's any kind of like correlation to maybe like the happiness.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because I would say social media affect the lust for sure.
Definitely.
Like you going from seeing, like when you was in school. I remember going to school and growing up, like in your class is probably like one cute girl, right? Everybody else was average. You know what I'm saying? Like one cute girl. And some of them grew up to look better. Some are late bloomers, some are early bloomers. we know how this goes. But and then in the whole school, it might be was like a top 5.
Right.
4 or 5 females. It's like, yeah, those are the baddest ones out of everybody in here. Everybody else just average or whatever. And we gonna grow up and some are gonna start to look better and so on and so forth. But that was it. That was it. Now I can only imagine a kid in high school now. He has access to every chick in every school that's in the state or outside the state. He could see every single one.
Even scarier than that, the girls that are not comparing themselves to all of these other, that's the scary part. You know what I'm saying? Like comparison is a thief of joy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I feel like social media really has people lost, when we're comparing, oh, well, she does this, well, he got this many followers, and how he got on this platform, and none of that matters, man.
It's just, thief of joy, and it makes you, the comparison makes you take away from your authenticity, right? So it's funny because it's like you said, we spoke to less people back then, right? But I would say we were more authentic in a sense.
Yes.
Compared to now, you have more people that are mirroring other people because they follow them. They're in the same algorithm.
Yeah, and they don't know, I think a lot of people don't know who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I pride myself on being me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I said something, I stand on it.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's going to say, well, oh, you said this, and I'm not going, well, no, if I said it, I said it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is on the microphone, off the microphone, in the DJ booth, out the DJ booth. Like, it doesn't, like, and I pride myself on that because you don't really find that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't take away from the people that don't. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Live your life. I know for me, though, I have to live, I set a certain, like, guideline for myself, a certain set of criteria that I got to follow.
Yeah.
And once I do that, it's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
So I don't care what anybody else thinks. I know that I'm living right for me by these bylaws that I set in my brain, or how my father raised me, or how my uncles raised me. Like, I don't really care what anybody else thinks. You know what I'm saying? My wife thinks I'm cool. My kids think I'm cool. My mama loves me. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
That's the most important part.
That's it.
Yeah. So tell me, how did you get into DJing?
Man, it was a long journey, man. I've been DJing, we going on 22 years.
22 years.
So realistically, my older cousin is Sam Sneak.
Shout out to Sam.
Yeah, so I wanted to be a rapper at first, but then I realized I didn't have the passion for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to continuously write and all this other stuff. But I tell everybody this infamous story. There was a party that Sam was DJing, and I just saw him control and command the entire room. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh, yeah, I want to do that. And not too long after that, I moved to Maryland for high school. And when I lived up there, I was able to I had a lot of access to things I don't think I would have had access to in Miami.
Okay.
So I was exposed to a lot of different things. I worked in the high school auditorium. I was in a drama club doing a lot of tech work. So I was doing that, DJing. So I learned a lot of like audio engineering, DJing stuff.
Yeah.
And came back for college and then just kind of tried to fit into the scene that was building down here. I tried to like squeeze myself in, like just insert myself into the scene, and it's been up ever since. Just putting in the groundwork, just been working, building relationships. Yeah, 22 years later. Yeah, here we are.
So how did you end up getting on the radio? Like, how did that end up happening?
So that was a funny situation. So this is 2016. I was in the middle of releasing my mixtape series. It was called Groundwork Season.
Okay.
So every 2 months I was putting out these mixtapes that had like whatever songs was popping in the industry and whatever songs was popping in Dade and Broward County. I felt like that created a perfect storm because I was like popping in the streets, popping online. Then there was an opportunity for 99 Jams to have guest DJs for Labor Day weekend. So shout out to DJ Nasty 305.
Shout out to him.
We worked together for years. Nasty know me. At that time, we were working at G5 every Tuesday. So I would tell him, yo, man, I'm ready, man. Like, yo, put me on, man. Like, I was just a hungry kid. And one day he said, yo, all right, you ready? Come on. And, man, I was, scared. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say, like, because that was, when you don't do something before, it's like, it could be nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
So I went up there Labor Day weekend 2016, my first mix show on a major radio station. And yeah, man, I did my thing. At that time, Twitter was like one of the main social media platforms. Twitter was moving. People was on the Instagram. Like, I felt like all of the hard work that I put in up until that point culminated there because everybody that I met throughout my career was like, oh, man, Lucky C, oh, this is a good look. Oh. So I thought, okay, I did the mix show. It was great. I'm ready to start. Okay, where do I sign? That's not how it worked. You know what I'm saying? It was just a guest spot. Hey, thanks for your time. I was like, oh, okay. So fast forward, Labor Day is September. Fast forward November. Me not knowing at that time, there were a couple of roster movements happening at the station. Yeah. Somebody moved, somebody got fired or something. So now they have an opportunity to hire somebody. Who's the first person that they thought of?
Boom.
So at the time, it was me and somebody else. And Nasty tells the story better than me, but it came down to me and somebody else, and he asked the program director, do you want the beach or do you want the streets? And she said, I want the streets. Well, there's Lucky C. And then we've been rocking ever since 2016. It's going to celebrate 10 years in November.
That's big,
So,
man.
yeah, man. Like, I don't take it for granted because being a hometown kid on the hometown station, it's like, man, I want to show people it can be done. Because I remember growing up, everybody like, man, they'll never hire DJs from Miami. It's like, nah, man, I'm here. Like, I grew up listening to it. I'm trying to bring that energy back. Yeah.
That's big, man. I appreciate you so much for pulling up, man.
I appreciate you, man. This is dope.
I reached out, and when you reached back, I was like, all right, bet, this is going to be dope.
Yeah, because again, on the algorithm, I seen like a couple of people that I follow. They were on here. I'm like, yo, this is a dope setup. You know what I'm saying? Because I never seen like the aesthetics like that before.
Thank you.
So I'm like, man, that'd be dope if I ever get the opportunity. So then when you reach out, I'm like, oh yeah, we definitely got to get that. You know what I'm saying? So I like to be a fan of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not scared to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a really dope platform. I'm honored to be here.
I appreciate you so much, man. And where can they find you at?
At DJ Lucky C on everything. Also at DJ Lucky C Day, I'm getting ready for my first inaugural celebrity basketball game that I'm putting together for DJ Lucky C Day, which is June 11th in North Miami, but the game is gonna be June 13th. That's Saturday.
Okay.
So tap in DJ Lucky C on everything. Monday through Friday, 99 Jams, the #1 night show in the city. Myself, CJ Hercules, the Turn Up Partners. I'm everywhere, man. I'm not too hard to find. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm always in the community somewhere, or I'm always on a platform trying to uplift the crib. Like I'm here, man. Hey now.
Thank you so much. And also follow them on all platforms, hit that notification bell. Anytime you're dropping any content, you'll get it directly to your phone.
Facts.
Grab them tickets for that basketball game.
Yeah,
Support.
for sure.
Gotta
It's gonna be
definitely
dope.
pull up for that. Also, if you're looking to start your own podcast, hit up the AV Club. We got great lights, 4K cameras with a great location. And follow Artist to Artist, A2A podcast on all platforms. You can find us on Instagram, Threads, TikTok. We all over this place. We got you.